All right, guys, welcome back to No Comment, episode 2.6.
Seven now? Yeah,
I was going to say 6 or 7. This is probably the third time we've tried to record the second episode of No Comment. I am Mike. I'm here with Brett, Zombie Bob in studio. We're going to introduce him in a second. Grant behind the glass producing the show. Guys, we're coming back here for the second time. No Comment, our off-topic pod brought to you by Bright Media. We didn't want to rush it. We like to kind of be a little more creative with this pod and not really force it. So that's why we kind of had that little lag room there. But Zombie, you are here in studio. You do have your own show, The Zombie Bob Show on Bright Media Network. We are in the works of having your second episode, so we figured let's combine the two and let's talk a little bit and kind of give people a taste of who you are. Brett, I think you had a good introduction the first time we tried to record it.
I think it's going to be even better the second time.
Boom.
Look,
100%.
Zombie Bob has been on Pot of Gold before, huge fan favorite. You know, the loyal listeners, the people that have been with us for a long time definitely know about Zombie Bob. But just to kind of explain Zombie Bob in one little quick story, and there's going to be a ton of guilty with the stories today. But so I'm at Chipotle with friend of the program, Mike Maudie, former NFL player, you know, former Penn State legend. A big deal, not a big deal to us, a big deal normally. And so I see Zombie Bob. Zombie Bob's been living internationally for a while, so it's like, you know, I wasn't expecting to see him getting a Coca-Cola at the Chipotle.
Cheerio.
And I was just like, oh my God, that's Zombie Bob. And he pointed me, gave me a huge hug, I was like, hey, let me introduce you to my good friend, Mike Maudie, plays for the Saints, blah, blah, blah. And he was like, nice to meet you, but this is the guy right here. Like, I'm all in for this guy. He's like, you may be famous, but this is the next big thing. And it was just like, I went away feeling on cloud nine. Because normally, you know, if you're hanging out with Maudie, no fault of his own, but everyone wants to hang out with Maudie. They don't really care about the guy sitting next to him. And it was the exact opposite. And that's just kind of your personality, man. You're a loyal guy.
Well, I appreciate that. Well, I appreciate you guys having me in studio. It's great to be here. And I do want to, even though this is 2.6 or 2.7, I do want to give Grant a shout out, as I did in 2.5, the hardest working man in showbiz. Well, I got here and, you know, went through wardrobe and makeup and everything.
And you look better than everyone else.
Well, you know, Mike said, this is your shot. You know, we're bringing you in studio. Yeah, you're struggling to get off the ground with the technology behind this program and everything in your show, and this is your shot. We want you to look the part.
Look, we don't like to kind of cram a lot of stuff in this podcast. It's kind of a free moving, free flowing.
Yeah, so don't mess it up.
No real routine here.
We have a lot of episodes in the books.
It's in the contract. I have to refer to you as sir, correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Did you not sign it?
I think my people are sending it over.
It's Mardi Gras season, right? And some people would consider this the best time of year.
That lash.
You ride in a lot of parades, right? How many parades do you ride in?
Much to my wife's chagrin, I overextended myself, Your Honor, and
Your honor's better than sir.
I like, yeah.
Your
You can
Honor?
be Your Honor. I'll figure out what you
Okay.
want me to, what I want you to call me. Hold on.
That's fine. But 4 Mardi Gras parades. 4.
That's aggressive. I haven't been to 4 Mardi Gras
stupid.
parades
It's
in like
stupid.
a decade.
When's the last time you went to a parade?
I got dragged by the in-laws to New Orleans a few times here and there, but for the last few years, I've gone snowboarding over the Mardi Gras break. So I just get out of town. You give me one day off of work, and I'm taking the whole week.
You know, that is something unique to our area, though. There's a lot of people that'll go skiing. It's like, oh, we're going during Mardi Gras. And that's
there's
very
beads,
unique to us.
There's beads hanging in the trees and stuff. They have like a mini Mardi Gras parade in like downtown Breckenridge. Obviously, I was like, yeah, I'm not going to the one in New Orleans, so I'm not going to this one. But no, it's really cool. They kind of cater to the New Orleans people and everything, and you see a lot of Saints and LSU stuff on the mountain and everything.
Mike Maudie's a big skier, yeah.
Oh, there we go. Slipped him
Wait a
in.
minute, you said Saints. I just had
I wonder what happens to some people, though, where very early they kind of throw their hands up and say, I've had enough of this. I've had enough of the charade. I don't give a shit about Mardi Gras. But then there's some people who will ride a float well into their 60s.
I'm not quite 60, but I appreciate that.
Not you. Not you. I'm just...
Well, but honestly, my explanation to my wife
Yeah.
is that, you know, I'm an older guy than you guys, but I'm new to riding in the Mardi Gras, the parades and such. So guys that are my age that I went to high school with or college, they've been riding for 20, 25 years, and they're totally done with it and whatnot, and I'm still too new to it.
What's your absolute favorite? Endymion?
Oh, Endymion, without a doubt. The last time you went to Endymion, you got your eye knocked
I had
out?
to go buy new contacts because you ripped my eye out. We, unbeknownst to Zombie, we showed up somewhere. Grant, I think where was it? Esplanade?
No, you were on Orleans.
Yeah, we were on Orleans and we had a sign
We just drew it.
with a pin.
Yeah, we
yeah.
drew with a pen. It just said Zombie Bob.
Zombie, right.
And you just started pelting us. I mean, he was so excited.
Endymion dudes are wild.
Oh,
Yeah.
100%.
And it smacked me and my wife in the face. Both of us got pelted, but took my eye out.
Right.
Took my
Literally.
contact literally off. So you're an aggressive thrower.
At least you
haven't
didn't lose a
been-
tooth. Like a chipped tooth,
That
that has
could
to
have
be
been
like
rough.
the most nightmare situation.
That could have been rough.
Well, your attendance at the parade is assumption of risk, so you know.
Do you ever intend to harm?
No, because I've been too.
But what if you have like the fluffy football? You're like, someone's taking this
No,
to
but
the
I'll
face.
tell you, because I'm too new to it. Like
But there are those that intend to
So
harm.
there are guys that I ride with in Endymion that they save their packages of beads to get to the Superdome,
Right.
Because they intentionally try to take out the tabletops, and so you have all your drinks and all your alcohol and everything, and they're just trying to wipe out.
Those dudes throw the bag sometimes. Like they
Well,
don't throw individual stuff. The
and-
bag comes flying.
and
Not
it's
saying
and
you.
it's the mini bags
But
that'll
now
really get you.
can't-
They got new
can't
rules.
Exactly, Grant. They have new rules.
See,
You
somebody
cannot-
somebody fucked it up and broke
100%.
someone's nose, and now
What
we have
happened?
regulations.
You cannot throw a dozen beads in the plastic bag. You can take it out and throw the dozen beads.
Who's monitoring this?
yeah, I was gonna say, is there
the
a guy?
city? The rumors are the city of New Orleans. Every city employee has signed up for extra duty because they will be on the parade route.
Narcs.
Narcs.
Yeah, they're gonna write people up. They're not gonna get arrested or anything. Right?
They're gonna no. It's a money grab. They're gonna
Yeah.
find the individual.
Welcome
and
to
the
New
group.
Orleans.
Welcome to New Orleans. Doesn't matter. The Hard Rock hotel collapsed. It doesn't matter that there are cars and school buses in
Yeah.
the sewer system. Let's go after the. Plastic.
Is there beef amongst crew?
Yes. I mean, we're not going to throw names, but you were like talking some smack about some different crews before we started.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not going to put you
That's
on
where
the
the
spot.
question came from. I'm not gonna
Yeah.
lie. You're not. Hey, no one's gonna see this. It's only on camera.
Yeah.
No, it's fine. Endymion to me, top of the heap, without question.
Yeah.
The best.
I think
parade
most
out there.
people would agree.
Yeah.
Most.
Yeah. I mean,
Well,
who-
and when it gets into the Superdome, like it's wild in there. It's lit.
It is. It is. Oh, well, even just getting off of Marconi and past Delgado onto Orleans, like you don't really catch your breath. I mean, the adrenaline is just pumping and until you turn on to Carrollton. That's when you get your first deep breath and because it's so overwhelming. It's so awesome.
So that's the beef. You didn't want to get into it.
No, like I ride in Endymion.
Is
like,
there
I don't
beef?
sweat anybody
Is there
else.
beef?
Well, let's
I don't
segue
sweat
a little
anyone
bit.
else. No,
you
Let's
don't need to say. There
let's
is.
segue a little bit. We were talking earlier. This Saturday, Endymion's riding. Saturday, February 22nd, 2020 is the 40th anniversary.
I was figuring out how I was going to bring this up.
Yeah,
Keep
yeah. It
going.
was the
There we go.
40th. Stick with me, sir. And I'll get you there. And 40th anniversary of the U.S. hockey team beating the Russians. Okay. So then you've seen the movie The Miracle.
Yeah.
You've seen all the documentaries. So you've not.
He's not a movie guy.
Haven't seen it.
You
I see it all the
never-
time, and
I
now
cry
that
every
Disney
single
Plus,
time.
I will watch it within the next 10 days for you. How about I do it on Saturday, the 22nd,
That
for
would be
you?
awesome.
Whoa.
That would be awesome.
Yeah.
All right.
No,
so
he,
look.
he comes in and he's like, "Yeah, I was sitting on this table," and I was like, "Yeah, I wasn't born yet for a long
For a
time."
long time. But my point is, there's a documentary. I think it was on HBO, probably on Netflix. That was the same game from the Russians' viewpoint.
I
what
like
did you
that.
say when you go back? And what they said was nobody talked about it. Like you lose to a minor league team once. No, it's no big thing. Like they were
just
such
are killed.
the standard bearer from all the 70s, and then even after that one game, well into the 90s. So my point is, and my segue is, if you're running Endymion, you don't sweat the other crews because you're the top of the heap.
Okay.
That was an incredible lap. Like you just went so far out, and
Hey.
like that's
The
impressive.
Zombie Bob Show.
What a hole.
Grant, take some notes on how we can start a topic, go completely off topic, and then circle.
Circle
Like
back.
that's a
Yeah.
cowherd.
It'll
type
take me
move
30
right there.
minutes.
So did
but,
he answer your question? You were like, I'm sitting on something that I want to bring up.
No, I
And he
wanted to
got
bring
it.
up that he was just like
Miracle on
February
Ice.
22nd, 1980. What was it? 84?
No, 80.
80? 80, yeah.
Yeah.
He was like telling me all
But
the
that
story.
was a huge political statement by the U.S. I mean, you guys weren't even born, but the Iran hostage crisis and Jimmy Carter. And,
Yeah.
Like I used to have to get up and go to the gas station with my grandmother to pump gas on certain days of the week because of the gas shortage and all that. And it's just like a mental beatdown. And then
Well, and Russia was badass. They
Oh,
had
no,
like an
totally.
acronym.
And then you
USSR. I
can't-
mean,
yeah.
that sounds sick.
and
That's
then
way better than
the
Russia.
United States
hammer.
beats these bunch of college kids beat the the Russians, and it's like that was huge. That was a huge thing.
All right,
but they didn't actually win the gold medal that day, did they? True or false?
No, I thought they didn't.
We weren't alive. Remember, we're not supposed to know
Well, you're
this.
supposed to know this. You guys have like a whole conglomerate media thing, sports and all.
It's true. We
This
are
is
kind of big.
this isn't in civics or U.S. history classes.
No, it is.
Like, this
Listen, this is not a history pod. Let's circle back here.
I think you would be good at that. I think we could do a history.
That'd be
pod.
fun history pod. I think Chris is
listened to-
actually a history teacher, so that'd be. I asked Chris this. I said, "Do you learn?" And he's like, "By sixth period, I've finally got it down." So I
Those
think
poor first hour kids. Wait, who was this? Jimmy Carter?
sticking with Mardi Gras.
Sure.
And it's the time of the year. I think we could really talk a lot about Mardi Gras because not a lot of people ride. Not a lot of people, and you ride on, like you said, 25 floats.
No, Choctaw, King Arthur. Tomorrow night, I'm just the tuxedo guy for the Queen of Morphia. So I'm just there,
Yeah.
champagne, beads, doing whatever she needs, and then Endymion.
Hand to the queen.
Now,
And to the Queen.
we talked about Endymion being, the echelon. Whenever you ride in Choctaw or these other guys, do you look at the other guys differently? Or are you just kind of like, hey, I hope you guys are having fun? Give them a little nudge.
It's all about setting expectations, just like with everything in life. So if you know what to expect in a Choctaw, and I love Choctaw. Choctaw is a nice little ride. It's the first Saturday of Mardi Gras. It's more family oriented. It's a day parade. It's the uptown route. But the crew itself is like a family.
That's what I was gonna ask. So like all these, you're like with your friends, like on a specific float and everything. Like I feel like that's fun.
Yeah.
If you were just like, yeah, I'm signing up. I don't know who's with me. It's like you'll probably have a
Yeah.
good time, but it's not the
Well,
same.
it's
You're
funny
also
that you
paying a lot of money to
Exactly.
do it.
No,
Yeah.
well, you see, Your Honor, you would think.
Here we go.
I feel like
All right.
we're about to get Zombie to pay for us to ride in the Mardi
No,
Gras
it's all-
parade
well,
next year
well,
with him.
we'll segue
Sponsor-
into St.
sponsorship.
Patrick's Day. That's what y'all need to be doing.
right,
but
all
we'll
right.
get to that. $300. $300 to join Choctaw. That's nothing. That's like going drinking this
You
weekend,
invited me to
whatever.
Choctaw.
Yeah. So $300 to ride
thanks.
Choctaw,
Years
and I have friends that I ride with that come in from Texas that ride Choctaw, and then I had another friend from back in the day, one of my goddaughter's mother from way back, and she's like, "I want you to ride King Arthur." And I'm like, "Ooh, Your Honor, like that's the day after Choctaw," and she's like, "If you sign up by Wednesday, $275
Wow.
to ride." I'm like, "That's cheaper than Choctaw." So now. Endymion's an entirely different story.
It's a different animal.
And then obviously you're on the hook for your own beads and throws, right?
My philosophy is big fish, little pond. I throw the best shit in Choctaw.
That is the least surprising news I've ever heard. He's the guy with the feathered spears pointing out kids, just throwing
absolutely.
lasers. There's no doubt.
I had a 12-inch devil emoji.
I didn't know where we're going here.
And I had a 12-inch poop emoji. Like, it wasn't rainbow flag, but like...
Yeah, so you're like, oh, it's $275. It's $3,000 once you're out
Yeah.
the door.
You said something interesting.
That's a first. Please tell my wife.
You have a trucking company. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. We don't need to name it. We don't need to go into details here, right?
It's okay.
I'm so nervous where we're going, but keep going.
Now that I think about it, maybe we shouldn't go there.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think that's probably for the best.
Yeah,
So,
I think we're not going to go there.
how about those mailman songs?
Yeah, let's segue into mailman songs. I was going to bring up a pretty funny story, but then I thought about it. Repercussions might outweigh.
Yeah, like we have zero repercussions
Yeah.
in this shit. Like, we don't. Yeah, we're just average people working average jobs.
Yeah.
But Zombie's kind of a big deal,
Well,
so I
he's
don't
a-
want to bring him down.
Well, we're business owners, but we're business owners of media content. He's a business owner of life.
right.
So,
like us creating content, good or bad, is good for the brand.
anyway, we
Well,
waited.
what does Salvador Dali say?
I
I don't know. We weren't born then,
As
Zombie.
long as...
I was gonna say it, but go ahead.
Okay.
No. Please, you just started. Please go ahead. As long as
As long as they're talking about Dolly, it doesn't matter.
I like
whether it's
that.
good or bad.
Yeah, it's
like,
like
well, I
it's
didn't
the Astros method.
I didn't say the company's name. We had a bulletin point on the board behind us here. There was a couple that were put up there. One of which, Brett, you talked about mailman songs. First off, I don't know if this is working or not. I heard a no shit in the background, so I don't know if the video is actually working. If we're good.
Allegedly.
So we've been trying to
Screen
get.
just went, screensaver had come up.
Gotcha.
but
Good
it's
job,
still
good job.
recording.
So we've been trying to get this video stuff going for some time now.
Well, as good looking as you two are.
I mean,
Exactly.
yeah. I mean, you don't tell us anything we don't know. But as as we've gone on, we were like, okay, let's get some new cameras, right? We don't need just a couple crappy GoPros. Not that they're crappy, one of which is better than the other.
But we're stingy.
But right, we didn't want to buy like some nice ass cameras immediately because we want to make sure this thing works. So we purchased a couple GoPros, which are 7s, right? And in the GoPro world, that's kind of like an iPhone.
I think 8 is what
8.
they're on right now.
Yeah.
Like for GoPros, not
So it would be
iPhones.
like an iPhone 9 or X,
The
whatever.
9 hasn't come out yet. We're not going to get into the
What?
tech.
I thought it was
they
an
were
X.
11s.
Exactly.
Wait, they skipped
But-
9?
Yeah, but the 9 is coming back as like the new affordable. Remember how they had the SE?
Okay.
Now this year's model is going to be the 9. Like it's out there.
Needless to say, this GoPro is not top of the line, but it wasn't crappy. We get it, and well, we don't get it yet. We're waiting all day for this. We invite you to the pod. We give you a 5:30 time slot.
Right?
We're biting our nails, waiting for this mailman to pull up and drop off our new
Should we
cameras.
say
Woman.
male person?
Male
Person?
woman.
Yeah, I think we
It
should
was a
male
male
person.
woman.
Yeah,
But does she identify as a woman?
that's exactly.
We
male
didn't
person.
ask. It's a government
But it's not
official.
good to
It was a
assume.
quick transaction.
So she drops off the packages, and we open them up. We get ready. Everything's going well, and
It
no
was not going
HDMI. So the new cameras do not work. We have to use the old cameras, which you're seeing right now, which still
hand
are
up.
okay.
That's on me.
Yeah, it
hand
is.
up.
Yeah,
It's
it
on
is.
me. I mean, I was hoping you'd be like, no, it's fine. You put in the effort to try, but no, it's okay. It's on me.
It's not a big deal. We have backup cameras, so we're going to return. We're going to get the right ones. It's okay. It's an honest mistake. It's no big deal.
Hey, I
but
appreciate
while
it,
we're
man.
waiting, while we were waiting for this mail person to come around, you came up with the idea. Why doesn't the mailman have a song?
I think there should be a jingle. I mean, everyone kind of, I didn't grow up like this, but everyone grew up with the ice cream man. You're old. I'm sure you had ice cream men all the time.
What do you mean you didn't grow up like this? You
No,
didn't
I
have an
didn't-
ice cream?
They didn't allow them in the neighborhood. We're too fancy.
Oh yeah, the
We're too
golf club.
fancy.
Watch out! Ice
No one-
creams for fats.
I guess like I told you, and you didn't have any idea what I was talking about. We had the Schwan man.
I don't know what
roll
that
through.
is.
It
Yeah, we
was-
had the Schwan, man.
You didn't.
What is the Schwan?
Frozen foods and stuff.
He had like
broccoli
He
and all your
literally would
frozen
drive
veg-
this giant frozen truck around, park it, and like go around and hand out like the pamphlets of what they had. You like checked it off. He did his loop, came back, got your stuff, and gave it to you.
It was like
So-
the Kentwood man, but for vegetables and shit that was all frozen.
Yeah, but more when I say vegetables, we mean like ice cream and like frozen meals and
Yeah,
stuff.
you
I'm
get
sure they had
anything,
vegetables.
anything that was cold, basically, you could get it in there.
And I mean, it was an electric time because I see the Schwan man. I just ride my bike home and like, mom. Like,
Did
let's
he
get
have a
this.
jingle?
No, he didn't have a jingle, but I'm saying like the ice cream man did, and I feel like people are like always waiting for their Amazon packages. So why not give us a
Yeah.
little tune? You know,
Isn't
I
Amazon
have great ideas.
Isn't Amazon about to start dropping packages from drones?
I
Can you
think-
imagine the jingles in those drones?
I'm woke on that whole thing. I think the drone thing was always to prove something to like the FAA. I don't think they ever plan on delivering stuff with drones.
They
Because what's gonna stop me from like stealing shit from that drone?
They
No,
are
no.
about to let people qualify to drive and be their own delivery people, like Uber. You can basically Uber for Amazon packages.
Yeah, so get ready for the news article that breaking
Part-time
in New
job.
Orleans East.
I'm gonna go do that.
4 Amazon trucks hijacked by the driver. You'll expect delays in your delivery, so get ready for that. I don't know. I thought the
It's a
mailman,
good jingle.
a mail person jingle, where you're like, oh, here it comes.
well,
here
you
it
know
comes.
the sound of the mail truck, and that's what we kept hearing. Is
Yeah, Mike was like, no, I heard it when I came in.
Sounds like a go-kart.
well, yeah. I mean, they have to stop and go the entire time, so you hear the rev up, and it's not a great engine. You're a truck guy. You would. What do you assume that a basic mail?
How many
Carrier.
cc's?
You don't know off the top of your head. He doesn't.
I'll
know.
tell you a trucking story. So I have my first driver. My first driver is still with me 6 years later, and he had a Freightliner Classic XL. Was the first truck that we had. him
Sounds
in.
nice.
It's awesome.
Bayliner.
Yeah.
The big red truck was what it was called.
Okay.
And there's one time, and he's been driving 575 years. You understand what I'm saying, Bubba? And he does that all the time. So.
My kind of guy.
No, totally. And he's like, come here, get down here. Get your fat ass down here and listen to this. So I hunker down next to the engine. And he's like, you hear that? And I said, yeah. He's like, you hear that? And I said, yeah, Gerald, I hear that. He's like, you don't hear shit. I already fixed the damn thing. You don't know what the hell you're talking about. So I don't know what a Classic XL is supposed to sound like, a Freightliner. I sure as shit don't know what a mail truck sounds like.
Yeah. He expected you to get underneath that truck and say, "I don't hear a damn thing. This is perfect."
No, he was calling him out
He
because
was
he
calling
knew
me
he
new.
didn't know.
Yeah,
so
he knew.
Yeah.
Oh, they all know. They are.
Oh, I didn't know it was supposed to be quiet, and you were supposed to be like, "You fix it, Gerald."
Because those guys know, like, some people are Catholic, some people are Baptist or whatever. Like, there are guys that are truckers that have been doing this their entire lives.
For the brand.
A Detroit engine or a Cummins, or they only drive a Freightliner, or they only drive this. And so they can just hear and know. I have no idea what a mail truck sounds like, but they can hear.
I don't
it's
even
like,
get a mail truck. I get someone that's driving like saddle side out the other side, like European style.
Really?
Yeah, and they just like deliver the mail. I'm like, this is so sketchy. Speaking of, how's driving on the other side of the road? Is it fun?
The most trouble that I have is
You don't
when
drive. Yeah, you got people driving for you.
No, totally, I got to drive. I took the rearview mirror off the driver's door.
No one drives with a vest like that.
Oh no, I got this in. What's wrong with my vest?
No, I'm saying
love
look,
it.
it's class.
We come in
It's,
in an SC hoodie and a Joe Burrow hoodie, and
when
then
you guys said
stunt.
dress the part, I was going to be on TV. He
was like, "Oh, I should have worn my sweatshirt."
YouTube adds 30 or 40 pounds, so I'm a little concerned about what I'm going to look like. But,
What is? We're screwed.
actually, Edinburgh, Scotland. I have 3 of them. This vest. That's where it came from. On the Royal Mile.
Oh, you bought that overseas?
Tell me, Steve.
Yeah, you can't get that in the States.
Oh, I'm sorry. Zombie sent them.
Ooh.
Yeah. Oh, but did you see the movie The Gentleman? That's just out recently. Hugh
Definitely,
Grant?
definitely.
No,
Parasite?
you did not. You're not a movie guy. Parasite won best.
Have you seen it?
No, but it's back at the movie tavern.
You're not cool, man.
Just
You've
not-
Seen it?
Yeah, I've seen it.
All right. Did you see The Gentleman?
No.
No, you're not cool then, guy.
The Gentleman was an awesome movie, more intellectual than action.
Gotcha.
And I was sitting there and I'm like, I have that shirt. Ooh, I have that vest. I need that tie. Yeah. A very well dressed cast in that movie.
See, when I watch like Three Ninjas, I'm like, I have that hat, I have that shirt.
Three
I don't even know
Ninjas.
what Three Ninjas is.
Oh my god.
The kid.
Yeah,
the kid
yeah.
movie. The not Rocky's mask.
Rocky.
Colt's mask. The blue,
Blue
was
yeah.
sick.
Tum Tum was always eating something.
Twizzlers.
Yeah. Well, yeah, he had the jelly beans too.
Yeah, he did.
No spoilers. I'll let you watch it on your own.
It's-
What year are we talking?
It's not a real
Probably
intellectual.
94.
I
Yeah.
was in Desert Storm. I wasn't watching that. Yeah.
What a like, I ain't watching your kids' movies. I was in Desert Storm.
It's not an
saving your
intellectual
life.
flick. Let's talk Europe.
Sure.
Okay. So you start a podcast with us, the Zombie Bob Show, and then you disappear overseas. Or were you already there?
He was there.
It was a rough period. You know, I was showing my age, and I got it going in December, and then we flew stateside. We were in New York for Christmas.
So cool. I wish I could say I flew stateside.
Stateside.
Yeah, states back to the colonies.
Colonies.
And then,
Do you ever refer to it as colonies? Do people still keep that up? Is there
no,
any
but
ill will?
I have American tattooed on my forehead. I
Yeah.
have never been asked if I'm American. I've only been asked, what part of the States are you from?
See, that's funny because I would like assume you would. Excuse me. You would kind of fit right in.
But it's funny that you say that, sir.
Well, it's funny that I said that you said.
It's funny that a great movie. You ever saw 25?
Definitely.
25th Hour?
Yes. Absolutely.
There's not a lot of movies happening here.
25th Hour.
Don't point at me. I don't.
Spike Lee joint, and Goose was in it.
Yes, Tom Cruise.
No.
Val Kilmer.
No, the football player.
Dude.
Saragusa.
Oh shit.
Saragusa plays a Russian like not bodyguard, but
We're getting nowhere.
no, a Russian thug,
Okay.
if you will. All right,
Ooh.
and then Edward Norton's going to jail.
We'll bleep
blah, blah,
that. You
blah.
can't say
thug.
And
Can't
he's
say
like,
thug.
he tells a joke or he says something. He's like, oh, funny that you say that. He's like, no, it's not funny. He's
Funny
like,
how?
He's
Do I
like,
amuse you?
No.
Do I make
You're
you
going down a
laugh?
one.
Different
He
movie,
says,
right?
Okay, I'm
different
just gonna
movie.
say it
But he
anytime.
says, no, what you say, that was funny. He's like, no, that's not how it works. He's like, yeah, it is. You know, Saragusa, big giant guy. Anyway, what the hell were we talking about?
I don't know, but I watched Heat. I figure you've seen Heat. I watched Heat like 4 days ago for the first time.
Who's he?
Al Pacino.
And what's his face?
Yes,
Oh,
De
can we
Niro.
talk about The Irishman on Netflix?
Listen, the movie situation. We've already tried it last week. We know the handful of newer movies.
More of a Handsmaid Tale kind of guy.
Yeah.
Watch that
So
shit. Propaganda.
it really is.
I've never
right.
seen a single minute of it. I couldn't tell you.
Europe's great.
Let's talk about Europe. Let's talk about Europe. Are you happy in Europe?
Do you travel train? Like, do you just go like see different places? I've heard that's like the cool thing that like
cool
us
thing.
dumb Americans don't know
Yeah.
is like you can just hop on a train
You
for
can-
2 hours and hit France.
100%. You 2 hours from London.
We drive
to
2 hours. We get into
Paris.
like Mobile.
Oh,
Wolf.
Lafayette. Right. Yeah.
Well,
so
even
you can
more
go
Wolf.
London to Paris, 2 hours on the Eurostar. Boom. Very nice train, relatively inexpensive if you book out in time. Go have lunch.
You
hop
head
back on and
home?
Go head
It's
home.
incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, I want to go see. I have a really good a band for you guys, the Dead South, Canadian bluegrass band. Saw them last
Write that down.
February in Manchester, England. May 12th.
Manchester by the Sea.
Manchester United.
That's a movie.
Manchester
Manchester
United.
by the Sea is a movie.
But a depressing movie. I didn't want to
Yeah.
watch that. Yeah, I didn't see it. You
Oh.
saw that?
You don't like depressing movies?
No.
Okay.
Yeah. But I mean, there's enough depressing. May 12th, 2020. I intend to go.
Is that an invite?
Yeah, come on over.
All right.
In Paris? Is that what you said?
We have a
Yeah.
business
Oh,
account.
okay.
We can write that shit
Well,
off now.
The sons of bitches are in Ireland and Europe, right? I mean, England right now, as I'm over here for Mardi Gras. They're over there. 100%.
Is there a lot of beef over there? Do you get involved in the London beef game of like, man, fuck France?
You know what? The French are assholes.
Yeah, I don't think anybody's sweating France. So I think that's
So
how-
y'all are like the Endymion. Your block is like the
No,
Endymion.
America's the Endymion.
Well,
Yeah,
obviously.
yeah,
I'm talking about the
obviously.
Europeans, Lloyd.
But you know the saying, all politics is local? Yeah.
Yes, definitely. I got him eating out of the
These-
palm of my
but like,
hand,
say
Mike.
what you will
Killing it,
about-
Brett.
No, say what you will about American politics. Look at the UK and Brexit and trying to leave the EU, and they did that. It took them 3 years to do it, and they still don't know the ramifications of it. This prime minister over here is resigning. This royal is leaving the royal family. Like,
Do you get to vote?
no,
You only vote in America?
sure,
Okay.
yeah.
Let me
Sure,
ask you
that sounds like a
something.
guy that doesn't vote.
Let me ask you something. How's the Harry news really hitting home right now? He's leaving the royal family, right, or
think
something?
it's-
You know exactly what's happening.
It's total bullshit. Now, props to the Queen for saying if you're stepping out of the royal family, you cannot brand yourself as Royal Sussex or Sussex Royal or
Duke.
whatever. It's like
You're done.
Yeah.
I can't say
You're
it.
Harry.
Suck it to
GTF.
you, you
Yeah,
know?
no, exactly. You can't have it both ways. Like you can't distance yourself from the royal family and still brand yourself as a royal and make all this money on the side. Like, no, it's not happening. So,
I actually have a real question this time.
Sure.
So, like, everyone always talks about how ridiculous, it's like Fox News, CNN, blah, blah, blah. Is that like how news and stuff is over there? Or is it like more?
Y'all have a major.
you
Was
just
it
don't even-
BBC?
BBC, but I tell you,
Yeah, I watch The Office. I get it.
BBC programming is infinitely superior to American programming because it's government funded. It's like PBS. You have to pay.
Yeah, PBS is lit. So, yeah, I can
Well,
see
no,
that.
no, but you have to pay a TV tax essentially. But it's the funniest thing because
we don't like taxes.
there's such an honor system society. Like you pump your gas at the gas station, and then you go inside and pay.
I can't imagine.
You-
I was
you-
thinking
like-
about that recently, like how that's kind of how it used to be, right?
Yeah, you grew up like that.
No, totally.
I mean, but
But
seriously.
then
I-
you
a
go
guy
to a
came out and filled
concert,
it up.
you go to a concert, you go to a movie, and like no one takes your ticket, no one scans your ticket because no one would think to come and sit in your seat when they didn't purchase that seat. Like you go to the
I
movies,
feel like we should move.
you go to the movies, no one takes your ticket, no one even looks at your ticket. You just walk in, you go to the theater, you sit down.
Well, it
boom.
depends on what movie you're going into.
No.
You're
Yeah.
going,
Like Star Wars.
you're going into
No,
The
no, no.
Gentleman.
Well, the
you know,
gentleman
you
started
better have a damn
January 1st over there, so I was here, and then I went back and I missed it, and then I saw it here in Utopia.
Utopia.
Yeah, Utopia.
So you had some issues, right?
Oh, I had a lot of issues.
You had some issues, and that's what happened. You hit me up, and you were saying like, "Look, Mike,
I got issues.
I'm trying to record this pod, blah blah blah," and then like I didn't hear from you for a while, and all of a sudden you're in and out of the hospital back in Louisiana.
Yeah. Well, I even
You're
made a
falling
little-
apart.
I am. We were on Long Island.
Podcasting's not for everyone.
We were on Long Island for Christmas, and it's like-
Online on Long Island or in
no,
Long Island?
on. Thank you very much.
Okay.
And just like
Tell
you
us
said,
what happened.
I woke up the Sunday morning and I couldn't do anything with my left arm. And of course,
Same.
you're in the medical profession, like not having use of your left arm, a pain in your left arm, not good.
Yeah.
Not good. So then I was trying to hide it from the wife, and then she kind of looked at me.
It's not good, so I did nothing about it.
No. So then, unlike my idiot brother, that's another story. I'm like, I didn't think that I was having a heart attack, but I'd prefer to know
Yeah.
instead of risking it. Because LSU had not yet played for the national championship. LSU had not yet beaten the shit out of Oklahoma. I wanted to see that. So it's like, okay, they just won everything 15-0, and then an LSU quarterback won the Heisman Trophy. Okay, I can have my heart
good.
attack now.
Right.
Because it's never going to happen again.
Because that kind of
Well,
that
Miles
would have
Brennan,
made
but
me
yeah.
think. That would have made me think this is a heart attack. Because there's no other reason LSU would be this great unless I'm about to die.
So I
I've
checked
thought
out.
about
I
that.
checked out fine. They did ask me, "Have you traveled by plane recently?" And I laughed and I'm like, "Yeah." And
Yeah, we
so-
did a whole pod about Delta.
Yeah. No, British Airways.
Yeah, whatever.
British Airways,
I,
man.
British
I'm not.
Airways.
I don't really get caught up
Direct.
in facts. Okay.
Don't let the facts get in the way of a good story.
Guilty
That's
with
going
the
to be my
stories.
100%. So anyway, in New York,
Salvador Dali.
we went to the urgent care, got checked out. Boom, it's all good. Came back here. The night of the Oklahoma game, LSU beats the shit out of them, and we're watching it here in Utopia, just a stone's throw from the broadcasting studio here. And late that night, I was like, I don't feel good. Like my right side, then my back, and then I couldn't catch my breath. And I'm like, damn, like this is not good.
This is
so, went to the emergency room right here. Boom. Like American medicine. Say what you will. There's nothing like it. Like went in, boom, boom, boom.
It'd be better if it was free.
Well, true, Your Honor, but boom, you get shot up with some painkillers and this
Yeah.
and that and prescriptions and everything. But the nurse said to me,
Don't get addicted, sir.
no. He said, shaved forearms, tattoos, buff. And he said, you look like you're having a kidney stone attack. Have you had kidney stones? I'm like, no. Well, it turned out to be a gallstone. And then, so I had that out while I was here. It's like
Nurses
a-
are normally smarter than the doctors.
It
Yeah.
was a medical vacation. So I had the gallbladder taken out. Went to see the surgeon on a Monday. He's like, "How about Thursday? You want to have it taken out Thursday?" Boom, done.
So you're gallbladderless.
Yes.
That's interesting.
And then also,
I'm gonna look at you a little differently
Little,
now.
little
Not
lap
a full-
coley.
Not
Yeah,
a full
well,
man.
that's why I'm a little bit thinner. That gallbladder is a lot bigger than you
Probably a
think.
12-pound
So,
gallbladder.
You had to switch up the
How
vest.
much did they tell you how much it weighed? I bet they
No,
did.
but I had stones.
Did they take the pictures of it? I used to take the pictures of the
No,
stones.
when they cut
Really?
the duct,
The bag, yeah.
they had stones fell out the duct. So that's
Uh-oh.
not good.
Uh-oh.
So he's like, this thing had to come out. So then
That,
it's
that puppy was full.
an exciting.
Can you imagine
just an
falling
exciting
out?
New Year's
It
Eve.
looked like just brown marbles.
An exciting New Year's Eve. Wound up back at the emergency room with bursitis in the right shoulder,
Yeah.
and then the
Second ER visit in what? A month?
second ER visit at that point, like 3 days. So then fast forward to the day that it is the procedure to get the gallbladder out. My wife and my daughter back in jolly old England.
Yeah.
My mommy's going to take me to the procedure in Covington. We get rear-ended right there in front of Bob's, right there on 190.
Great ice cream.
On the way, Turtle is the way to go over at Bob's.
Snappy Turtle, 100%.
Yeah.
I got a
So-
gift card to Bob's for my birthday.
Well,
nice.
I figured out what we're doing after this.
Yeah, or I think I got that birthday card for you somewhere. Okay, so might be in my other vest, but
You ever had Bob's?
Once with you, I think. Maybe I've had
You
it like
live
a couple
very
times.
sheltered life.
I don't live around here. I live out in the sticks. I don't make any money.
Where?
Way out in
But
Covington.
as a kid,
No, remember he
Bob's
said he
wasn't
didn't
around,
have,
like, I
no
mean-
ice cream man. No, Bob's has only been here for like 10 years.
Probably when we were in high school, Bob's opened
longer
up.
than that.
No, it hasn't.
Come on.
Look it up. All right, never mind.
We moved back 9 years
it
ago.
started in Mississippi.
Oh,
Established.
what was Nacho's name? Whose family owned he played for y'all. He was an offensive lineman. His family owned the snowball shop right over there. You know what
Yeah.
I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking
Nacho,
I-
Taco.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we used to get free snowballs over there. Playing the coach card.
That's how you got so ballin'.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bob's is a great. Dan Mullen likes Bob's.
Does it?
They had one in Fayetteville. No, not Fayetteville. Starkville,
Yeah.
out in Stark, Vegas, and I'm sure they have one in Fayetteville.
Do you call it
Burke's big.
custard?
It is frozen custard.
Exactly.
I'm not sure I'm not sure the science
Zombie
behind it.
knows the
This
difference
is all
between a
Bob's locations.
Yeah, I'm not sure the
Oh,
science
you want it
behind
right?
it.
Does he have Does he have the franchise rights for Florida now that he's at Florida? Dan Mullen?
Dan Mullen didn't own it.
No, but does he have the? I mean, Saban has what BMW?
Saban's got
Mercedes.
everything.
He's got Mercedes.
Dodge Chargers they give out too.
Right. Yeah,
Same dealership.
but I would think Mullen would take that to Florida with him. Take the franchise rights to the state of Florida.
I don't know if he ever had the franchise right.
Mullen doesn't
No,
seem
you
like a great businessman
No?
to me. He's a little off.
He can do the quarterback stuff.
What are you drinking?
Coconut water.
Why do you take the wrapper
I
off?
didn't know the legality of.
It's true. Sponsorships and stuff like that.
you know,
Yeah,
like,
so bringing that up, thanks. That's a good segue. This is brought to you by Light Sky Citrus Wheat, Blue Moon's new light lager.
Tangerine peel.
3.6 carbs, 95 calories.
Okay.
Guys, if you're feeling the heat and you want to taste a Blue Moon, go ahead and grab yourself a Light Sky.
For potential ad reads or potential ads, go to breakmedia.com.
Just make sure you scoot your chair over and cover up that Abita Purple Haze sign.
Yeah, we're not Abita guys.
Yeah. No. I mean,
Funny
if you haven't
story
caught
about
fish-
that. There was a picture posted. I was wearing a Pot of Gold shirt, and my wife posted a picture of it, and I was drinking a Dixie beer, and Dixie used the picture for, I don't know, like the beginning of football season, something like that. It was like, oh, we want to promote LSU. Can we use this picture? And like, yeah, sure, absolutely. And then I kind of hit him up. I was like, hey, by the way, if y'all want to sponsor that T-shirt that you got there, we have a show. They never got
Crickets.
back to us.
I wish I had a cricket spot right here I could hit.
But Vitality Medical Center definitely hit us up and they sponsored us. So
One of the main reasons we don't have cameras, but we have the ability to
We
buy
tried to
cameras
buy
and
cameras.
stuff.
So yeah, we are searching for our next sponsor for our side gigs. Mike Maudie, by the way, he has definitely reached out to us with Seed 2 System, so we might have some stuff in the works.
Yeah, we
there.
can't say much.
Can't say much. CBD company, look into it. Seed 2 System.
Sup.
More on the way.
Right. Excellent. Hey, well, let me tell you, my favorite gin, I'm not drinking it tonight, Gunpowder Irish Gin from County Leitrim in Ireland.
Do you go to Ireland a lot,
Well,
or is it just
I do.
the gin?
I do. In the last 20 months, not 20 minutes, 20 months, I've been to Ireland 5 or 6 times.
Sounds great.
And my mother-in-law is from Ireland. She came over when she was 17, and she's now 87. So,
Oh, wow.
County Leitrim. So she grew up in the village, literally over the mountain from Drumshanbo, Ireland, where gunpowder gin is distilled. Cannot buy it in the UK, but I can buy it at Quistapaches right over here.
Quispace, yeah.
Quistapaches.
Okay.
And then
Giving a lot of free ads on this
and
pod.
then also
They better deliver some cheese.
and then also Rouse's. You can buy it at Rouse's as well. Can't get it in Ireland. I mean, in England, but you can get it here in Utopia.
I've shat on Rouse's a few times. I don't
I've
like.
shat in Rouse's a few times. So.
I used to work there in high school, so I've shit in it many times.
I mean, who wouldn't want this guy?
Look at that.
Oh, that's a good picture.
Look, we
yeah.
pulled up the
Can you
pic.
switch it up on the thing? Just show the people the good stuff.
I thought that was Tom Cruise at first.
Yeah, so this is the Dixie picture.
I'm not gonna like talk shit. That picture does nothing good for your hairline. Everything else is great. It looks like your hairline's way higher
We were
than it
tailgating
does.
for LSU
Well,
baseball
that's why
game.
the camera's set on this angle.
Yeah,
here.
exactly. No, I'm just saying. So
And
it
a
looks nothing
goatee.
like how your head looks. The goatee is aggressive.
That's
I love
it's a
it.
baseball season goatee. But I'm never going back to it. You can take that off.
Take that.
No, I was about to bring something up about the
Rouse's.
king cakes from Rouse's. I think it's a bitch move. I think when you bring a Rouse's king cake to the office, you're basically saying,
I don't care that
I didn't
much."
give a lot of effort.
Right. I agree
I got
with
to.
I like you $9 worth. I think that's fair.
Right.
But when does it end? How many Rouse's king cakes until someone's like, I'd like a Randazzo? Can you go to Randazzo
As our good friend Don would say, beggars can't be choosers. You
or
know?
get a Dong Fong?
Yeah, you can fong it up.
I haven't had one of those.
Pretty good.
Is it
Pretty good.
Pretty good.
worth
Yeah.
the drive?
You know, there was a place. I don't know if they're doing it this year or not.
On Canal Street?
No,
Oh.
they're bringing them to Mandeville and they're selling them over here at some other shop. I forgot what it was, but I bought them last year over here.
Okay.
And they're they're limited. They sell out immediately by
Are you a
noon.
filled king cake guy or a plain?
Traditional.
Traditional.
100% traditional.
But I'm pointing
not
over
in
here
on king
behind the
cakes.
glass at the producer. So I swapped king cake for a coworker of yours and your regular job, day job, not the high glamorous job, this one. But
Throwing me under the bus.
No. I swapped a king cake for some loot to throw in
That's a good move.
in
You've
Choctaw.
got so many, you can't
But
remember.
I got there late, so I got a Manny Randazzo's, which the Endymion of king cakes.
Yeah.
And
Good one.
but
I'd say it's
they-
the Bacchus.
Nona's is the Bacchus. That's how I.
So they're
that's
not-
how I respect it.
Yeah.
But I respect. So anyway, I got a medium because everything else was sold out. I'm like,
We got the
I don't
beef.
know if a medium is going to be
Bacchus.
worth the trade
trade
or whatever.
off.
And I was actually going to run up to Covington and go to Nona's and get a king cake as well to make it. I only got one bag, so like the medium mayonnaise was more than generous for the one bag. I was expecting a bigger haul for the.
Shocking. The head of the double dribble slacking.
Yeah, yeah.
I will say this. No, listen. At the end of the day, when you're talking about grocery stores that can produce that type of bakery, like that amount of freaking cakes that they put out, that's impressive. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it.
Right.
I'm just saying people abuse it as gifts now. People abuse it as a gesture of, I'm grabbing you something. That's my only problem. A king cake should be savored. A king cake shouldn't just be a little gift.
I agree. I'm out on king cakes. For the most part, I'm out on king cakes. They're fine.
But their sushi, I'm allergic to avocado, so I thank them for stuffing it
service.
with avocado and letting me find out that I am allergic.
The best sushi that we can get in England, in our little village that we live in, Isha, is at the grocery store, at the Waitrose.
Y'all still do the village
Outstanding.
bullshit?
Oh, totally.
I mean, come on.
It's totally a village.
It's a city.
No,
Town.
No. We live in
It's a town.
Isha.
Yeah,
it's
it's a
like
town.
12,000 people. Maybe it's not even that much, Mike. Now I got to check. Isha is a village.
It's almost as many listeners as we have.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, I know the sushi there, but I would not eat Rouse's sushi.
No, it was a quick snack, and I
Back
found
to
out.
Rouse's sushi.
I found out pretty quick it's not the way to
Well,
go.
we went in deep on pod 2 that maybe will be released at a different time. But yeah, we went deep on the avocados because I'm allergic also. Not that
What?
What?
Not
a big deal.
I was surprised, but I think we have discussed this because it is a rare allergy, and you and I both being allergic to avocado is interesting.
Also bananas.
Is that how y'all met?
Yes.
Yeah, we were.
We've been asked like multiple
It's a Facebook
times
group.
in the DMs to like tell the story about how we met, which is kind of weird. But I was like, yeah, I don't know that it's a great story. We were walking into preschool together, and
Yeah.
the rest is history.
Yeah, it was literally our parents, our mothers were in the parking lot together, preschool, 3 years old at First Baptist of Mandeville. Wow. And I think it was like one of those just like, oh, y'all want to walk in together? Y'all can be friends. It was like a...
My mom says we held hands and walked in. I mean, I think we may be romanticizing the story a
Yeah.
hair.
I don't know. I don't,
Do we have photographs we're going to put up on that, Grant?
Grant, pull up the 1993 First Baptist footage from the
iPhones.
parking lot.
1993.
No, but that, yeah, so Brett and I have been close friends since preschool.
Nice.
So we've been really planning this podcast
Sorry
for
to the
some
future.
time.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, so if you pull up Isha, England, on,
we definitely
how do you spell
remember.
it?
it says a town. It says a town in Surrey, England.
Well, good job, Mike.
However, population 6,743.
Oh, so that makes it a village.
To me, it's a village.
Okay. But Wikipedia,
Somebody fudged it.
Have you been to any Euro soccer / football matches?
Don't ever
I was
say so.
invited to Dublin. So my wife's cousins live in, from my mother-in-law was from Ireland. 2 of her siblings stayed in Ireland. 2 went to England.
got it.
Nailed it.
The Irish rugby team
Mark it
hosted the All Blacks. The New Zealand.
Yes, the New Zealand team's really
and
good. Yeah.
So November of 18, I was there. No,
I'm
they
being
really
serious.
are.
No, this is the one I'm actually being
no.
serious
First
about.
actual thing that he said.
I
tonight.
know it sounds like bullshit, but that's true.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm
So
with
the
you.
All Blacks were at Ireland, and the first time Ireland ever beat the All Blacks on Irish soil,
It's problematic in the U.S.,
November
but
November
okay.
2018. I had my ticket stub. I was there.
So, I mean, we won't say it was because of you,
But then, Grant, I saw the All Blacks in the airport probably just a couple weeks later. We were probably going to Rome for Thanksgiving, and
MBD.
not as
over to
big and physically as imposing as you would have thought.
I don't
they
know
were.
anything about this All Blacks.
so you think we could take them?
No, they're beasts.
All right.
Yeah.
So no soccer, though, just rugby?
Rugby, yeah. No, soccer. Like,
Are you
I
close
think
to like Manchester and all that stuff?
Like
Like,
a
I,
city?
I know nothing.
everything's close. Everything's. I mean, Ireland.
So, like, if you wanted to go to a
man,
Man U game,
it'd
what's
take
it?
you 5 or 6 hours to get there.
Okay.
Even though it's like 200 miles.
It's like going to a La Tech game. No
Yeah,
thanks.
no, like it's ridiculous.
You have a lot of friends over there?
None. I don't have any friends over here. I paid you guys to. I think it's in the contract
Just an
that you have to
Instacall
be
of
nice to
none.
me.
You got any friends? Zero.
What is your day? I mean, like, what do you do over
It's
there?
obnoxious. It's obnoxious.
Do you have a
Mike.
coffee shop that you hang
Netflix.
out
I
at?
have a coffee shop. Isabel and I are very tight. She's my barista.
Your.
Yeah. And
She make little
I have
designs in the froth for you.
one time I went to the other coffee shop in the other
you
little
cheater.
village.
Cheated.
And like the girl was taking forever to do my flat white. And
Admitted.
I'm like, oh man, she's just not good. She had like a teddy bear that she did in the design.
Tell her stop.
And it's like, holy cow! Like Isabel needs.
Shouldn't
to
do
step
that
up
for
again.
everybody.
What was her name?
I don't know.
Donna.
Donna. Okay.
No,
Are there a
Oh,
lot
you
of
said I don't know.
no. It's like service industry in Europe is mostly Eastern Europe.
Do you have to tip? Any tips?
Oh, I got a story for you. That's the biggest.
I can just like
even
throw out
Grant-
bullshit
even Grant,
out of my mouth, and you'll be like, "I got a story
I
for
totally
that."
have a story for that. The biggest cultural difference. All right, so the movie My Blue Heaven, Steve Martin, Rick Moranis.
Yeah,
That's another
Steve
no-go.
Martin. I mean, it's a classic.
It's not tipping that I believe in. It's over tipping. That's totally my motto.
Okay, well, we
Here in
do
the
accept
States,
tips for pods, so
well, I think I don't get paid. My paycheck goes to you two guys.
something.
that
Eventually.
You got to come out with more than one episode before you expect a paycheck.
We have Venmo.
It's not tipping. I believe in. It's over tipping. But in Europe, for the most part, you don't tip. In Ireland, you do not tip. If you get your drink at the bar and you leave a tip and you push it, they'll push it back to you and say no, that's not. So then you. Sometimes it's included. Sometimes it's not included. Sometimes.
Let's say, is it more expensive?
It sounds
No.
problematic. Like I can't
So
figure all
then
this out.
you can't even figure out when it is and when you're. So tipping is the biggest cultural challenge for me in Europe. But then we went to.
How about those euros though, or
No,
pounds?
a
whatever you
Chase
use.
Sapphire card. Boom! It goes everywhere. There's no foreign transaction fees. You get all the points and all that. But we were in Portugal for October of this year, and I wear my dad's high school ring. We went. My grandfather, my dad, and I all went to the same all-male Catholic high school in New Orleans.
And you won't say the name.
Can I?
The
Yeah.
tie is.
Oh, okay. Well, you see, it's the whole thing.
Saint-
I went to Brother Martin.
Yeah.
They went to St. Aloysius. It's the same school. The brothers.
I
of
was
the
going to
Sacred
guess
Heart.
Brother Martin, but you
But
didn't
they
give
went
me
to
time.
Aloysius before they outgrew the space on the corner of Rampart and Esplanade.
Esplanade, yeah.
Yeah. So then.
So Aloysius is.
But the Irish and the English do not wear class rings like this. So I get more comments. And actually, on my dad's birthday, my dad's long since deceased, but my dad's birthday last fall, 3 different people commented on my dad's ring that day, just totally random, out of the blue type thing. But we're in Portugal and we had dinner, and then the waiter comes up and he gives us the bill and everything, and he points at my ring. He's like, Super Bowl? My head got about. And look, you
Knock
know the
on
size
wood
of
if
my.
you're with me.
You know I don't suffer from low self-esteem.
Of course.
But my,
Where'd you
my head
go?
just like, I'm like,
Did you think about?
Yeah, you got to start thinking like
Embellishing.
red, what's team?
you can tell.
It kind
who
of
the
looks like an
Americans
Arkansas
are.
Razorback.
No, I get Alabama.
good
Even
one.
my
But
surgeon.
did you think about coming up with a story real quick? Like, actually,
I'm big.
Left
I'm
tackle.
big in Europe. My size.
That's what I'm saying.
But I'm not big enough to. Grant,
So
I
you
was
don't
like,
think you would have
if I-
believed-
if I was Christian, 100%.
You would have been like.
Shots
Yeah.
fired.
which team would you have said? Yeah,
You would have said
I could
Bama.
have said anybody.
You would have said Bama. National
Yeah, the
championship.
pro move would have been like college
my
national
surgeon,
championship.
when I had my gallbladder taken out, he's like, "I'm not operating on you. Is that an Alabama ring?" And I'm like, "St. Aloysius."
St. Aloysius.
Like, just take the thing out. Okay?
I don't think I have my Mandeville High School ring anymore. I don't know where the hell that
I know
thing is.
exactly where my Patterson High School.
But this is
ring
no St. Aloysius.
Well, my dad's deceased. I'm the only one of his
I
3
get it.
sons that went to Brother Martin that continued.
Were they still the Crusaders?
Yeah.
St. Aloysius Crusaders. So Brother Martin just stole it.
They merged
Well,
2 schools.
Brother Martin was St. Aloysius's kid. I mean, if you read a book, you would know these
And
type of things.
Coriezo.
I wasn't
Coriezo
alive
was
back
on,
then.
On Legion Fields. You know who graduated from Coriezo? Famous celebrity.
Odell Beckham Jr.
Close.
went to New York.
Same hair.
Ooh.
Harry Connick.
Richard Simmons. No,
Same-
Connick. Harry Connick graduated from Jesuit with my cousin.
Simmons.
What's Richard Simmons up to? We don't have to
I
go
think
into
he
that.
died like twice.
Did he die,
No,
or
he's
somebody
still alive.
kidnapped
Twice.
him and was like
First man in history.
No, it was like
controlling
it was like he
Well, that's
died.
the second, actually.
And then they squashed
Well,
it. It
yeah,
wasn't really
true,
he wasn't really dead.
But
Someone
wasn't
saw him
like
in the airport.
elder abuse and somebody was controlling him and keeping him under wraps or something?
I don't know, but he is so New Orleans. It's unbelievable.
How
So
old do you
was
think he is?
64.
No, he's older. He's like 70,
2.
72,
Look at that. I mean, just look
71.
at that.
71.
Would you look at that yellow suit picture?
I can't stop looking at top left.
Do we want to throw
All
these
right, but
up
look,
there?
Oh,
the
yeah.
one in the white, the second
we
from the
have it
right,
for.
that could be Odell. It's the same hair.
That is Odell.
That could be Odell.
You think he's ever ridden in a Mardi Gras parade?
Oh, I'm sure.
Which one? This is big.
King,
I
queen.
gotta watch where I'm scrolling
Ooh,
on this.
I would say if I had to put money on it, I would say Bacchus. Was he ever Bacchus?
So we've discovered the beef. It's Endymion versus Bacchus.
no,
EVB.
Yeah.
no. To me, I don't want to disparage the lady parades. You know, Knicks
But they're not
and
as
Muses.
good.
They're not as good.
Eve.
They don't throw. Last year, I was living in a warehouse district. I went to Knicks.
Yeah.
The biggest crew, 4,000 ladies riding in Knicks. They don't throw anything. And the reason I love Endymion is like Endymion to me as a teenager, as a young kid, young adult, like
Just loads of shit.
loads of shit. And I throw like I imagine those guys threw when I was growing up. And like you throw everything, you throw the best stuff. But Knicks doesn't throw anything. The amount of stuff, oh, I don't know if I can go into all this. The amount of stuff that those women got off of the floats with on Chapatulas as I was walking back to my condo. It's like appalling to me. Like, why are you taking this stuff off of it? You should have thrown this on the
Yeah.
route.
Have you been training, like doing any like practice
I
throws
was
or
trying
something?
to do the rowing machine, but I had the gallbladder out. I tried to get on the rowing machine 2 weeks post surgery.
You better drink
Yeah.
a lot more of that coconut water then. I mean, we
What-
don't want you to.
What's your best throw? Can you talk
Curveball.
about that? What would you say is your best throw this year that you have to throw somebody?
Can you break the news on the special throw?
there a
Don't they always have a
catalog?
special throw?
Is there like
There's
a catalog
sponsor.
where you're just like, that's the best?
RhodeIslandNovelty.com. Go
Okay.
to them. They have the best prices on all the stuff. I have purple, green, and gold chain links, like necklace. So like a
Yeah.
48-inch necklace, light up, heavy duty.
Who's getting that?
Whoever is on the parade route.
Oh, so you don't have anyone singled out right now.
You
that
couldn't
you-
give
I
us
have-
one?
I have.
Couldn't give us one?
We got 2 cases per guy. I got 3 spots. We got 2 cases.
You got
per
anything
guy.
sweet we can hang in the
We have
studio?
Yeah.
red, white, and blue Christmas bulbs, like the
know.
old-fashioned Christmas bulbs. We have, in honor of the 40th anniversary.
Anniversary of.
So how many of those nice beads do you have? Like how many of them? Actually?
We have. All right. So just to answer that
I
question,
have to know what the anniversary is, though.
Wait. The hockey team.
Of hockey team.
We're back to that.
I have 2 different
Start
types
going
of.
back. We're about
It's
an
the
hour.
40 Endymion totally missed the boat on that whole thing. Your whole theme should be
Missed the float.
The whole theme of the parade should be something to do with miracles, and you should have the hockey team riding as guests in the beginning of the thing on the 40th anniversary. They missed
So
the
you
boat.
shouldn't be on a podcast.
right, so
you
look,
should be in charge.
The
we have,
nicest beads you have. How many do you have in stock on the float with you?
Grant is like hammering them with
96,
questions.
Yeah.
96.
96
about to
beads.
wrap it.
Those
All right,
types
so we
of
have
beads.
two light up necklaces. I'm sure I threw those to you. Of
course.
We have 576 per guy.
Oh,
for the
wow.
3 of
Okay,
us.
so that's what I was wondering. Like
Yeah.
those nice beads, how often are you picking someone out to throw to? Like,
I have
so
that. So we
that's a lot.
we have emoji light ups. We have 2 different red, white, and blues. We have all the Endymion stuff we ordered
Right,
from
right.
them. We have the cups. We have 576 tube necklaces
Doubloons.
each. No,
We were out on doubloons.
That's a
Nobody
horse thing.
gives
That's
a
a horse
shit.
guy thing.
no, it's
I loved
such
when
a.
they'd flick
but
me.
look, I
And just
rode.
like scrounge on the ground,
That's an
you
uptown
peasant.
thing, though, right?
I rode King Arthur on Sunday. I never rode a parade that many people that far down the route were asking for doubloons. I was like,
Uptown's
holy
all
shit.
doubloons.
Are the cups cool? Like, should we ask you to save us a cup or two?
I have
or-
cups. I have bought too
What
much
can
stuff.
we put in
All right,
this
so wait, wait, wait.
studio? Hold
I
on.
bought-
What
wait,
can we put in this studio?
Yeah, we're trying to figure out how this benefits us.
Yeah.
We don't really care about the other
Well, you
stuff.
see, if you talked to me before I loaded everything up, I would have.
I thought you
Just
you
save
missed
it.
the cutoff. Yeah,
I missed the cutoff.
So you
today,
didn't
like
load
a
it.
total rookie move.
You tried to lie to us
mistake,
just now.
whatever.
You noticed
Yeah.
that? He's like, no,
Because
I
you
loaded
don't-
it on the
It's in the
float.
trailer.
You don't want
It's
to put
not
anything in the studio.
I don't have anything to put my hands on right now. I'll save you some
That's
stuff.
what she said.
That's what she said.
You have any
Love
last
Office.
minute stories?
Yeah, we're right up about an hour. You
Hour?
said you
No.
wanted to maybe talk Saints or Astros. You can do that. You can go
No,
off on
'cause that
something
would
else.
be-
That's
Yeah,
another
let's
tangent
just
of sports
Come
bullshit.
talk to me on Zombie Bob. You guys are going to show me how to do all this stuff.
So
and,
listen, before we come out of here,
F the Astros. Just
there we
that's all I
go.
gotta say about
Before we get out of here,
Uh-huh.
I want everybody to make sure they go listen. Bright Media Network. We've got
Conglomerate.
we have a conglomerate. It's a
And
boatload.
honestly, like out of nowhere, we're like, oh shit, we got like 9 pods.
Yeah, so I'm gonna try to list them right now. I'm gonna see if I can get them off the top of my head. Obviously, we got Pot of Gold. Obviously, Double Dribble, Wild Pitch. We've got Black and Gold. We've got No Comment. We've got what's
Rumor has it. Word has it.
Word has it, not rumor has it. Word has it.
I lost my finger
And
counts.
we also have the Zombie Bob Show.
Kind of.
Um,
One.
He has one episode out guys.
I have the best logo though.
I love the logo.
Logo is
that's-
sick.
Like,
100%.
I texted Mike and I was like, "This dude's being a diva, giving us all these like, we have to do this for the thing." But then it turned out like perfectly. So
well,
you were
I kept
right.
going back and forth with him. We kept sending you shit, and you're just like, nah, lose this, add this.
But you had a perfect
I had a
like
sick
U.S.
little-
Euro bow tie,
Yeah.
100%.
and that was incredible. And I was so
100%.
mad that we got rid of that. We'll figure
But
out.
then
how
that
to do it.
happened, and it
that's
looks
awesome.
good. It does look good. I think No Comment looks pretty badass as well. Wild Pitch, dude, they all look good. Where's yours? What's the? It's under Black.
Didn't get it yet.
Still pending out.
I'll pull
Oh,
it
if
up.
you checked,
But
it should be up soon.
word has it is under Black and Gold's feed right now.
Yes.
So you guys should go check that out. But guys, we are.
And honestly, like I don't know if we've even talked Chris. That was an awesome pod. So keep doing that.
that was really
Chris
cool.
is like in the background. He showed up late.
That was pretty cool. Guys, we've got a lot in the works, but I wanted to definitely give a shout out to you, Zombie Bob. Your show is in the works. Episode 2 coming soon. Guys, this was kind of a preview, a taste of that, so we hope you enjoyed it. We hope you enjoyed No Comment Part 2.6. We will be coming back with Part 3. Hopefully, we will be able to have some more content pulled up for you. We like just kicking back, hanging out, and just shooting the shit here. Pot of Gold coming soon. Spring practice is on the way, so definitely tune into that. Guys, like and subscribe to all of the Bright Media Network podcasts. We are your
This
number
will
one
be
source.
on YouTube. We're not going to do the 104.5 thing and beg for YouTube subscribers for like 4 days straight on Twitter. But if you like what we do and you want to watch it on YouTube, go check it out on YouTube. I guess it's going to be under Pot of Gold for right now. Should we make a Bright YouTube?
Eventually, we're going to have a Bright YouTube because I don't think Pot of Gold and No Comment are going to be the only pods that we're recording on video. But for right now, it will be under Pot of Gold's YouTube channel. But guys, like I was just saying, like and subscribe all of the Bright Media Network podcast. Thanks for listening. Till next time, over and out.